Hello, and welcome to our playthrough of Dune Awakening, focusing on single-player content and story content. And now let's head into our episode. Oh, it's not letting me skip? Okay. Hold on. Reach your base or a city. No? Journey. Oh. Well,
Good,
there it
kid.
is.
Fenring will be pleased. Come and see me in Harco soon. I'll even put out a bowl of cream for you.
So 1.6 and 2.4 versus 1.6 and only 1.2. So this is technically better than the version we're using. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's report to Thufir, and then we need to go talk to Alara for both this and the thinking machines, and we'll do that. Hold on. How are we doing? Oh, we're winning! Yay! Yeah, I don't think the armor vendor would be interesting, but it doesn't look like we bought anything but yet. So I'll let that sit. Am I due for? While I'm here, let me check to see if I'm due for taxes. I have plenty to pay them, so I'm not worried. Oh, that's the other thing. So remember how when I got the spice residue? Let's miss that.
You again?
Pay taxes. All right, close. Nothing to do. It was the same as flour sand, 50 per unit, so I could get 1,000 unit stack for 50,000. The cent has since then. The price has climbed up to, the last time I checked, it was 1,200 per unit. So a stack of 1,000 was 1.2 million. I would be willing to pay 500,000 for spice residue. That feels fair to me. A flour sand is going at 50, and it, for now, that seems consistent. At least on my server per unit. So, you know, stack of 1,000 is 500,000. And considering how deep in the tech tree residue is, I would be willing to pay. Am I doing the math right? Yeah. 50,000 for 1,000 flour, or 500,000 for 1,000 spice residue. Makes sense to me. Alright, Thufir, come on.
I expected you. Sorry. Occupational hazard.
Squirter emitted the bad spice from the cargo of 2 additional ships.
Your report is both fascinating and alarming. Both of those ships were shot down in the same ambushed convoy as the Catheria.
What's our next move?
Recovering the remaining tainted spice containers is vital. Those containers likely lie in the irradiated, wreckage-strewn wastes of the Shai'Halud.
Shall I fetch them?
It won't be easy. The land is a radioactive hell. Furthermore, the Harkonnen are already on the trail and have taken one of the ships. The Emperor declared the region off-limits in the War of Assassins. Neither side can risk a direct confrontation. That's where you come in. Find and infiltrate the Harkonnen-held ship. Recover the bad spice.
Done.
There's another element at play. No, it's too early for such wild speculation. Too many potential third parties. Never mind.
Okay. Standing has increased. That is appreciated. Oh, hold on.
I suspect you have some business with
that's-
House Wallach, or...
Sorry, that's the wrong thing. We are talking to you.
Always good to see a familiar.
Could buy sets. So I have to be at 5. Okay. Not sure it's worth it. Again, I'm hoping at some point they add Fremen to the game, and I'll portray the Atreides doing the Fremen and a Heartbeat. Okay. So now we need to head back to Harco Village. Because I need to... Well, I need to talk to her both about the thinking machines and the whatever the next stage is for this Assassin's Handbook. Hold on. Hold on. I need to ask. If I fly to Arrakis with my own ornithopter and pay to use the taxi to Harco Village, can I fly out of Harco Village on my own ornithopter? No. Ooh. Yeah, if I use the taxi service, my ornithopter gets deleted. Okay. Yeah, so if you fly your personal ornithopter to somewhere and you don't store it, which you can't do. So they need to make out there accessible so I can store my ornithopter. But yeah, so if I were to use the taxi service, because I flew my personal ornithopter here, if I were to use this taxi service to both save time but cost money to fly to Harco Village, I can't fly back and grab my ornithopter. No. My ornithopter just gets deleted. And I have to rebuild it from scratch. So, having learned that, which is something they need to fix, right? So to the fuel deposit here. But it's that thing of, I would really like to be able to park at one village, fly around using the taxi, and then fly back to the original village I parked at, and pick up my personal ornithopter. But it might be a limitation of the game. Okay, and now to Harco Village. Confirm. No, talk to Alara, and we'll see if there's... there's more... I know there's more... house stuff, but the story bits I'm showing off specifically are the Assassin's Handbook and the training stuff. We've already done all the trainer stuff, so whenever I finish this Assassin's Handbook, I am done showing off story bits. You want to see that means I don't think we're going to see the full story bits for Atreides. So if you want to see them all, and you're like, ooh, I want to see what that's like, pick up the game, give it a shot. Although to be fair, maybe you're more curious about, I imagine their Harkonnen quests are maybe not the exact same quest, but that they lead to the same points. Does that make sense? So as opposed to me tracking down Skorda, maybe Harkonnen has to do something else. But they still get to the shoal. So we have 2 to talk about. I don't know which one's going to trigger first. Storm Daddy? Hi, Storm Daddy. Not to be confused with Beer Daddy. Can I talk to her at the same time? Because I don't know how long she's going to be.
Oh, look. The kitten is back. Do we have business?
Let's do the gel spheres first.
You have. That's excellent work. Tell me about what you encountered.
First, the clone mine.
A machine mind replicating humanity. An outrage. It is a good thing you destroyed that abomination. Hand me the gel sphere.
Hand it over.
Thank you. Here is your reward. It is proportional to your contribution in this endeavor, I think.
Now, pal.
Incredible. Machine minds designed solely for entertainment. Please, hand me the gel sphere.
Hand it over.
Thank you. Here is your reward. I think you will find it most generous, considering the risks you have taken.
And that's it! Oh! So we've completed the Lost Harvest. We hope you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of the Forgotten Lapse and unlocking the new vehicle, the Treadwheel. Look for more content in Chapter 3. Ooh! We're only in Chapter 2. Nice! So we did finish the thinking machine stuff. That's neat.
Oh, look. The kitten is back.
Uh,
Do we have business?
Now the Assassin's Handbook.
Congratulations, kitten. I wasn't sure whether you would succeed this time, but you have proven me wrong. Again.
Seemed to think he knew what it was.
Perhaps he dreamed of you stalking, cat-footed into his dreams, Fenring will be pleased by your success. More to report?
Just so you know, he talked about his research for
It
Fremen.
makes sense that Fenring would want to stop someone from actually finding the Fremen. His Sardaukar claimed to have killed them after all.
You think he fears them being found?
I don't think Fenring fears much at all. Certainly nothing like the common fears of people like us. Now, I have a new assignment.
Alright,
Ready,
next
kitten?
next victim.
This one is interesting. A man called the Jackal, spreading sedition amongst the peons of Arrakis. His words carry too much weight.
The
Silence
Sandflies.
him. You can use this, a Shigawire Garrote. Hide it in your hair, and it is basically undetectable by scope and search. This is important. Arrakis is protected by the Guild Peace. This means any violation there can lead to extreme sanctions and loss of Guild transport privileges. The Jackal lurks in an alleyway somewhere in the maze of streets in Arrakis. Find him and silence him. Fenring will be waiting.
Alright, I want some answers when I'm done.
Then go, kitten. Show them your claws.
Okay. Alright. So now we have to go back to Arrakis. Hold on, let me make sure I'm going in the right spot. Yeah. The pace, when you're down to the point where you're basically doing main quests back to back, the pacing can definitely feels a bit off, but that's because they expect you to do like a main quest and then a bunch of other stuff and then come back to it. You know what I mean? I think I have enough to fly straight to Arrakis. Okay. Well, let me see if I... Wait, is there a fuel deposit? See, they do water deposits. A fuel deposit in this path would be appreciated. Right there. Okay. Okay, get some fuel back. So, but you can see it's so close to Arrakis. Right? There we go, avoid the watership dimension. Firm. See, but you can see why being able to use the taxi service would make things significantly quicker. Oh, shit. I probably have some stuff in my backpack now, don't I? Totally forgot to look at that. Oh, really? That's it? I did get some research. There you go. So it's an aluminum product. And then we can learn the Treadwell Mark V. Which I appreciate just because it is bigger. It is something besides a bike. Right? But I don't know if I'm gonna grab this. I wouldn't. Do I grab this? So let's look at the stats. 1250, 1-2. Yeah, 1250, 1250. The chassis is 1250, 140. 1250, 140. That doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. Buggy, sand bike, ornithopter, treadmill. Is there not storage? Right? The sand bike, you have to get the storage separately. But the treadmill does not seem to have a storage component. Booster, scanner, passenger. There is an inventory. 250, 15. Why? Is there not inventory at this stage? But there is one. Oh, that's the buggy. Oh, there isn't one for the bike either, I guess. Okay. So, hold on. 20. Oh, does the buggy storage go up? Oh. I did not realize that. The buggy storage goes up. Right? So 4 is 2020. 5 is 2520. And then Matt's is 3020. So the volume does go up. Interesting. Never noticed that before. Alright, let's go kill someone in Arrakis, shall we? And see what happens. I'd assume they're in the back alleyways. Why, yes, they are. Specifically, up here and in here. Oh, interesting. All right. Hi. I am going to turn on my shield? Oh, I can't.
It wanders beyond the walls of the city, and I ask it, is it lost?
I'm looking for the jackal.
It says it wants the jackal, but I am the wolf, and a jackal does not speak to strangers, unless I ask it, is it kindred? Does it know the word?
Freedom? I don't know. I don't know the word.
Oh. It is honest, yes. No tricks. Boring. But a wolf likes to play. I ask it, is it clever enough to guess the word?
I can try.
To look, to search, to follow are answers to this test. But none of them quite capture the essence of the quest. The meek, the weak, the freak, all similar in sound, but none of them can capture the word for searching round.
So it's either seek or peek. I'm gonna guess seek.
Oh, it is clever. And now it knows the word. If it finds the other words, then the jackal will speak. I tell it, farewell.
Do you think the answer to the words is going to be the sentence, essentially, find the friend? Alright. There's the wolf. Alright. The beggar. I'm looking for the jackal. Hands another note that she cannot speak down the alleyway. I need to find the words to the jackal's speech. Not the gesture to repeat as you watch. Sand that slams it down, leaving an imprint. Trace. Footprint, is that your word? Thank you for your help. Okay. Seek, footprint. Yeah. It's gonna be a different way of saying find the Fremen.
Welcome,
The
stranger.
vulture.
It is unusual to see new faces down here in the back alleys of Arrakis. How can I help you?
You seem more normal than the others.
Yes, well, Felicity and I have been through a lot together, but we still try to maintain the common courtesy of civilization.
Who's Felicity?
Why, my partner, of course. Say hello, Felicity. I must apologize. She is the silent type.
There's no one there.
Oh, that hurts Felicity's feelings. Calling her a nobody. I can't say I am inclined to help somebody so rude. State your business, or go.
Alright, I'm looking for the jackal.
The jackal? I do know somebody around here by that name, but he won't speak to anybody who doesn't know the words.
Can you tell me your word?
My word? No. Only Felicity knows the word. And as I mentioned, she is the quiet type.
Then how can I ask?
Because you were rude to her earlier, Felicity only wants to tell you the word if you can solve her riddle. Agreed?
Agreed.
Here is Felicity's riddle. Who is the greatest friend of the hunted?
Oh, now that's interesting. It's either going to be darkness or silence. Silence.
You are correct. Silence is the friend of the hunted. It's an old Fremen riddle, one Felicity learned from the Fremen when she lived with them.
Darkness can be shown upon with a light, right? But if you're quiet, there's no way to force someone to be not quiet if you don't know their... I just feel... Does she know what happened to the Fremen?
Yes, she was there in the siege when the Sardaukar came. Lasguns, fire, blood, she remembers it all. I remember too. It is where I found her.
You're a Fremen.
We used to marry sometimes, town Fremen and siege Fremen. Though we of the towns were considered lesser, we were still blood.
So,
Felicity was my wife, and shared her time between Arrakis and her siege, until the Sardaukar came. She was guarding the children when they killed her. And now she lives here. In my mind, it's not wrong to be a little insane if it lets you keep the one you love.
it's human.
Thank you, stranger. The word you are looking for is worm. Speak to the others and learn their words. Then the jackal will speak.
Seek the footprint of the worm, so find the worm sign. Okay. More than likely. Yeah, they're basically setting it up so that the only way to find the Fremen is to go south. The only way to go south is to ride a worm. You must be the jackal.
Any coins, friend? The blind are usually cast into the desert, but I can live if you are merciful and generous.
Okay, here, I have no coin to give. I am looking for the jackal.
Then speak the words, friend. What are you looking for?
Yeah, I seek the footprints of the worm. I seek worm sign.
Yes, the words at last. Do you know their significance? Fremen would speak them on their Hajj in search of their Ummah, their personal revelation. And you are closing in on your Ummah, which brings about the end of my vigil. So, you are here to kill me. Do you know why?
He's a seer. Oh no, is he blind because he has a bit of the prescience? Count February has parsed me information.
Yes, I knew it would be Fenring. He never stopped hunting for us after Carthage. He never truly believed he had succeeded. You are not the first to come in search of the Fremen. You are one of many. Find the Fremen, wake the sleeper. Those words used to ring in my mind as well. A compulsion. But for the others like me, the compulsion was
broken. It drove us mad. My brother became mad with endless hunger. My sister sought solace in religious fervor.
Interesting.
The youngest of us was overcome with greed.
Right.
One by one, you have hunted them down and killed them. Until at last, there is only me. Blind and lost. A madman surrounded by the mad.
So, you failed your mission. I'm here to punish you on behalf of the Bene Gesserit. No, there's more to it. I don't understand.
You have eyes, yet you see less than a blind man. The Bene Gesserit care nothing for us. Busy with their plot to wed Atreides to Harkonnen.
And who?
Who indeed? Who plucked us from our berths on the prison ship and compelled us to find the Fremen? I know only one thing. Count Fenring knows. And that is why you must kill me. You are so close to your answers. My brothers and sisters are dead. Finish the job and claim your answers.
We assume it's a Bene Gesserit because she acted like it. What if it was a faction of Bene Gesserits that are doing this compulsion thing? It's not the main Bene Gesserit. What if I don't want to kill you?
You must. We've all lost our way. You can complete the mission, but not if Fenring kills you first. Do what you were sent here to do. As I said, friend, we were designed to be controlled. So, kill me.
He used the voice. Plans within plans. Maybe we have not been sent on this by the Bene Gesserit. Huh. And what is the Codex? Jackal. I mean, there's a Codex. But I don't know. Right? It's just stuff. "13 of 23, 4 of 12. Oh boy. Landmarks. Manual of the Friendly Desert. Oh, I finished the Fremen. Yeah. One of two. Interesting. Oh, that's the wrong way. So they were sent before me. Notice he didn't say he didn't find the Fremen. Yeah. The Jackal's blindfold. What does that do? Poison mitigation. Lightweight armor. Where does that go? I would imagine that goes... Okay, good. That better be the helmet, right? More poison mitigation. So combine that with this. 45. Right? Plus 15 is 60. That really screws over poison. A little less armor. A little less heat, but it adds blade. Ooh, I think I'm going to equip that. And we'll save that for storage. Alright, let's go talk to Ariste, or Ari. Alright. And continue this story. Yeah, so... Yeah. We're all assuming it's the Bene Gesserit because that's what we saw at the beginning. But there are factions within the Bene Gesserit, and there are even rogue Bene Gesserit. But just because we saw someone claiming to be a matron mother and a Bene Gesserit doesn't mean it was the matron mother or even really a matron mother. It could be someone working for the Imperials or Count Fenrir. Interesting. Anyway, now we're going this way. Oh, there she is. No. Yeah, there she is. I'll be damned. Ooh.
You're here. I had hoped, but never mind. Arrakis is almost as full of abandoned hope as it is sand.
Tell her
Making
everything.
friends, Ariste?
Oh, look. The famous outlaw Zantara the Lion. He enters stage right, cloak swirling, his eyes filled with savage menace. As for friends, well, when old ones no longer answer, new ones must be found.
Tell them everything.
Sorry, Ariste. There are
Wars to fight, cities to destroy, Sardaukar to kill.
people to save. Like this one. When I pulled you from that prison ship, I couldn't help but recall an old Fremen prophecy Ariste had uncovered. Twin comets in the sky.
I remember. I dreamed of you. Birthed in fire. Twin comets in the sky. The seer of lies.
The seer of lies. But there was no comet, Ariste. Just the burning wreck of an Imperial prison transport flaming across the sky after my rocket hit it.
And there is no way that could be interpreted differently.
I know of...
Peace. We're not here to discuss my dreams. We're here to decode this.
Where did you get that?
We pulled it out of an abandoned siege. Our mutual friend here got us past the security.
You've got more than a few hidden talents and secrets. So what's on it?
Ixian decoder with...
I know what it is. As much as I may try, I haven't entirely forgotten my past, Ariste. Just buried it. What's on the film?
Let's find out.
I have pursued my mission to find the Fremen through to its logical conclusion. I have earned their trust, no doubt helped in part by the prophecies which have been sown amongst them. It took all of my mentat faculties to draw this conclusion, but I see the signs of the Bene Gesserit.
Yeah. We know this from the books and the movies.
Seated amongst the Fremen. It is clear that a manipulator of religions has been at work here. They refer to me as Lisan al-Gaib, the voice from the outer world. I confess, what began as an infiltration quickly became admiration, and now obligation. They're a harsh people, shaped by their oppression and persecution, most most recently by the Emperor and his Sardaukar legions. I can unite them, help them to achieve the dream that kinds began. But it requires a leap of faith. I must drink the water of life. I must become their money. But before I take that step, I have unfinished business. I've come to believe that my original mission to find the Fremen was actually to find a particular Fremen. I have my suspicions as to why, but to confirm them, I am forced to track down those who set me loose on this world in the first place. And I believe I have found them. Beneath old Carthag. Despite the destruction, something lingers beneath the city. On this film are the coordinates of the location where I believe I will find my answers. If you are searching for the same answers, you must follow me there. This is my secret name, spoken only in troop and siege. Al-Naim. In Chekhovza, it means the sleeper.
Did you know him? He was wearing Fremen garb.
I know of him, but we have never met. Stilgar asked me to search for him after he disappeared. You seem to be connected to all of this. You need to come with me to Old Carthag.
Time to go.
Perhaps there we can find
Harkonnen.
I fade.
Where?
I saw him watching us from the corner.
You saw who?
Fade Raltha Harkonnen.
Your betrothed. Here. Not even he would be brazen enough to risk himself in Atreides territory.
You're here.
Not for long. If he recognized me, the Sardaukar will be coming. Aristay, send me the coordinates from the recording. I need some time to prepare. Keep an eye out in Harko village. Noctua will lead you to me.
I'm coming as well.
You know you can't, and you know why. As an honored daughter of House Atreides, you are too valuable to risk on a trip into Harkonnen territory.
You sound like my father.
Never let your whims interfere with your duty.
And now you sound like my mother. You're right. Now get going before the Sardaukar round you up. You too. You wouldn't survive a face-to-face meeting with Count Hazimir Fenring.
Already did.
Wait, what was that? Tell me later. Get going.
What if in this universe Atreides had 2 children? Right, so where do I find that content? Also, where should I put the skill point? Well, let's see. I would argue, let's cap out. Hold on, did I do sword? Alright, let's... Oh, I need 4. Alright, let me cap out long blade damage. Alright, so now back to Harko Village. Hear me out. Also, Codex. Why can I never find this shit where I want it to? Journey. Codex. Yeah. I wish there was a way to search, because I don't know what in the codex that unlocked. Oh, looks like it unlocked 14. The Sleeper. Okay. That's what Scour enemies. Sins. Aways. Naive. Alright, so no Moadib to become the Lisan al-Gaib. Instead, it was this Al-Naim, who was a Mentat, not a Bene Gesserit. So because he was a Mentat and not a Bene Gesserit, there's no way he could have survived. drinking the water of life. Okay. So, alright, let's go back to Harco Village. But, hear me out. What if the Atreides had 2 children? Right? What if they had Arrakis, which they showed to the world, a daughter, but before Arrakis, they secretly had a boy, and that boy is Zentara, who used to be called Paul Atreides. Alright, let's go grab some fuel in this direction. Yeah, it's so close. I'm not sure there's a point, but we'll go grab it anyways. I wonder if that's going to be the twist. It's not that they in this world. It's not that they had. Oh, we're going to old Carthage, baby. Okay. I didn't realize that was, oh, well, the next chapter will be, oh, old Carthage's already in the game. Sweet. I wonder if they've said, have they said how many chapters in Dune Awakening? No, yeah, they have not specified the total number of chapters. So they've only released the first 2 chapters so far. But there's nothing saying there won't be a total of 5 or 6 or 10 or 20. I would suggest no more than 10 spread out over 5 years. So that's 2 chapters a year, that's 1 every 6 months. That feels good to me. But I would also suggest that within the first, if they do 10 chapters total, within the first 4 or 5 chapters, they do uncover quite a bit of this whole Fremen thing, and the last few chapters are more dealing with that fallout. Does that make sense? So by the end of chapter 5, we will know the true story of Zentara. We will have found the Fremen. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. And then the last 5 chapters will be, alright, you found the Fremen. Let's deal with that. New schematics. And a lot of cash? What did I unlock? Alright, Mr. Twedwill. Trooper heavy armor set. And what else? That. Vulcan. And a compactor. Alright, and then here I unlocked something to deal with this. But again, if you can't, I mean, to me, this is cooler than just a bike, so I might just make one. But let me go ahead and research this. Just to have that option. Alright, let's go talk to Zentara in Harco Village. Are they inside? No. Alright. Then would it be... Okay. So he is apparently back here? There he is. Oh.
Are you ready for this, off-worlder? Old Carthage awaits.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Remember, if we're caught, we're dead. But don't worry, Offworlder. I'll make sure your water finds the Fremen.
Alright, let's go. Ooh. It just takes me there. Okay. Cool, I guess. We're doing a raid, people. I would imagine... Well, this has to be beaten... This has to be beatable by a single player, but I feel like this is... the cap. Know what I mean? Like, this would be the ultimate quest of this particular chapter. Alright. Q. H. Reload. In we go. Okay. Oh, this is a mess. Oh.
The fan would slice you to a fine mist, a most obscene waste of water. We must disable this fan if we are to proceed.
Okay. I mean, I can just do that. I don't know if that's what we're supposed to do, but that's what I did. Turn off giant fan. Done! That was easy. Oh shit, we're going down. Okay. Let me check the music. The music got really loud in mine. I'm hoping it's not too loud in yours. No. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why. In my headphones, the music sound really kicked up, but through OBS and the streaming, hardly any change. So we're going down. Okay. I assume I'm not going to be able to snipe people, and they're going to be dropping on top. So let's go with the assault rifle for now.
Antiseptic to me.
Oh, shit. Ah!
Take our souls.
Bollocks.
Offworlder, I don't suppose you happen to have a dissembler set to the exact codes as this pentashield, do you? I thought not. Our paths must diverge for the moment, but let us keep our voices close on the community. Happy hunting.
Right, well. Do I craft? Can always craft later, right? Alright. In we go. Right. Oh, this looks like a bona fide trap somehow. Okay. And we'll do it. Can't go that way. Let's do it once around the room. There. There. Nothing there. Whoa, whoa, oh. Little wonky. Well, I don't have a choice, do I?
Off-world, are you there? I'm certain you've noticed by now we have entered something well beyond normal Harkonnen devilry.
Okay. Am I looking for something? Or interacting with something? You guys gotta make this pretty obvious. What am I doing here? That's a dead end. That's radioactive, so we're gonna have to be moving fast.
I see things that raise the darkest of suspicions. I'm not... Sand and sky. One moment, Off-worlder. I must examine this.
Hold on. Okay, in we go. No, nothing. Leads to nowhere. Leads to somewhere. Grab all of that. Grab the ID band. Grab that. And then I guess we run back? Alright. So now we have the ID band. Now we go back to the room we came from.
By the Maker. Off-worlder, we have entered a den of abominations. These are Tleilaxu. We must be in one of their laboratories.
Alright. Oh, this is gonna get messy then. Very messy.
Attend, children. It is time for a lesson. Hear me.
Whoa.
Where were you born? Where is your place? Put your hand in the box.
Just because we remember it doesn't mean it happened. Did it not happen at all? Was it all a...
We now speak of the Gola, perhaps our finest product, our finest prayer to the clay.
Are we a gula? So, a gula, if I remember correctly, is they take a dead body, they clone it, and then they mess with the genes, and they mess with the memory, and they give it a compulsion and a purpose, and it is essentially a ghoul, an undead thing with cracked... Oh no, we a gula? Right? Hold on. If I remember correctly. Dune gula. Yeah, gula is an artificially created human replicated from a dead individual. Usually given memories and a purpose, and to do, hey, do this thing, and even if you don't remember the compulsion, it's like sleeper agents, right? Oh no, are we a gula? Oh no. Oh, that has just made things even more complicated. So find the Fremen and do what as a gula, is the question. Is there more to that?
We now speak of the Gola, perhaps our finest product, our finest prayer to the clay.
Do you know of the Bene Tleilax, Off-worlder? The star Thalam warms but one planet because it could not bear any further obscenity.
We might be a Gula. So here's the thing. A Gula technically is made from a dead person. But all they're doing is taking genetic material. Theoretically, could you not just take genetic material from 2 living people, mess with the DNA, and say create a Harkonnen or 3 living people without their knowledge, and create a Harkonnen Fremen Atreides hybrid, give it the memories you want, give it a compulsion, go do what I need you to do. We might be a Gula. Ooh! Okay, well. Yep, there's combat. Oh! Oh, I got the wrong thing equipped, that's why. I mean, I can break you now with the sugar wire claw, so... Yeah. Or bait you into that, so before I forget... Ditch the dash or the stop. Interesting. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.